Hey, hello everybody, this is AnAverageRobloxian here, welcome back. Today I have another very interesting door for you today, and this is a 1.16.3 build. And today, for our door, we have the negative reset 3x3 cave. This is the fastest 3x3 cave in existence. And basically, this is of course, seamless. It's just glass, so you can get a little bit of a broader spectrum of it. I'll show you all that business after. But basically, closing, we've got that. Instant close, 0.3 open. And negative reset. You might be thinking, well, you're kind of lying there. There's no such thing as negative reset, because I've never heard that term. What the heck is it? Well, you might ask, and it actually means it can open, it can close when the door is not seamless yet. Or when it's still opening. It can close when it's still opening. For you redstone idiots out there, I'm sorry, you're not idiots, I'm just joking. But basically, it's just doing this. But for you that don't know about redstone, this is basically just zero ticking stuff. Zero tick basically powering the piston. So zero tick basically you're extending and retracting the piston at the same time, so you kind of get an extremely fast pulse. This is an example. If you put a lever on the side of a piston and flick it, it immediately spits it out. Something also about zero tick that you might not know is that zero tick can actually suffocate entities. So you know that it's zero tick if you put a villager here, and if you can suffocate the villager, you have successfully created a zero tick pulse. And basically this guy is just gonna suffocate. I didn't mean for you to do that. Aw. But basically that can happen. Basically, I have put a bunch of this stuff to here, and if you already know about zero tick stuff, you can skip past this part. Just skip a little bit ahead, and I'll be to the door. So basically, all this stuff is combined to make a zero tick door, and this is pretty complicated, so I will show you guys the layout for that after. And if your zero tick pros are still here, if you want to try to build this for yourself, I will show you the sequences for the layout after. So again, closing and opening, easy. But with its clock, I'm gonna put some glowstone here. So there we go. There's some glowstone. Perfect. Alright, so now clock sequence. So this is the door clock in motion, and you might think if you try and put a fast 2x3 cave door that does not have negative reset on this clock, it will. So, as you can see, that piston never seamlesses back there. What the heck, Thrashes? That is negative reset. And basically, summer shot time, we're going to get the front first. So we're at 2.5 TPS, and I'm actually 0.5 first. It's a little bit faster. So closing is instant, of course. Opening, you have 0.3 open, 0.45 seamless, but it will close on 0.3. And that is negative 0.15 reset, or 0.15 reset. Negative 0.15 reset. As it can close at 0.3. But yet the door opens fully and seamlesses at 0.45. 0.45. And basically now I will give you a side of the back. And this is what you mean to really gonna slow it down this time. So basically you can see that the door is closing, and you can see everything activates at the same exact time, and when that piston is not seamless yet, the door closes, and when the door closes, that piston seamlesses, and after that, it can again open. It's very complicated, and that's the simplest way of explaining it. But I will give you a more broader spectrum with the layouts I'm going to show. So this is the piston layout right here. This works. And I will tell you the timings for this too. So all of this is going to happen in the same game tick, just microticks later. So that will retract, and a couple microticks later, this will extend, and then also a couple microticks after that, that will extend, and then after that, that will extend, and then many little microticks later, that will extend. And then after that microtick, another microtick later, that will also extend. And then in the same game tick as everything else, these will... I put that in the wrong area. I think I'll put that in the wrong area. Ah, well, I'm stupid. Okay, so I basically just did a thing. That wasn't supposed to be the thing. Basically, that would happen, and the single extenders were supposed to do this. But I messed up. So, basically, that was all wrong. It was supposed to do this. Just rebuild this really fast, and then here, this is what it was actually supposed to do. So, in microticks, and the same game tick, that will all extend, and then that's going to extend it, and then piston I forgot to place down here will also extend. And that is closed. Opening is a little bit more complicated. So, in the same game tick, these will all retract, and when those are retracting in the same game tick that those are retracting, this piston will also retract right here. And then a couple microticks later, which is still in the same game tick, this is going to retract. It's going to retract, and then while this is happening, this starts to unseamless and pull all this up. And then well, that actually wasn't supposed to retract that block. This piston is not supposed to retract down here just yet. Or this piston wasn't supposed to retract anything at all. It is not being used. So, and when that's retracting, that is also going to extend a couple microticks later when that retracts. And then this thing is fully unseamless, and also right when it is unseamless, that piston will extend. And then right when that piston extends, it will grab that block, and then it will pulse again, getting the piston back in its place in the same game tick. And then the piston will retract. And then the door can officially close again because that piston will not be used. And when the door closes, this will be seamless. So, there you go. That was a very firm explanation on that. And there was previous in the past. I can show you the first attempt that we have here. And it is not over here, I don't think, but it is actually over here. This was still negative reset, don't get me wrong. It was a negative reset door. The problem with it was that... oh wait, I gotta keep that. Don't get me wrong, it's still negative reset. But the problem is it had 0.15 reset on the closing, which was 100% unacceptable. As you can see, same frequency, just as we said in the mostly because I had to close them twice, and it's annoying. So yeah, we need to wait for this since we said the boiling door would have broken. But other than that, pretty much still the same timings. There's multiple things to build here, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much that video, and if you guys have enjoyed, please leave a like, and if you really enjoyed it, please subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. And enough with all the sellouts. I will see you guys, that is the wrong door, next time, and peace out.